Where do I start? How about I start with my name? Since the person hearing this probably won't even know my name. My name is Xeven Halliday. I am what you would call a story writer, an aspiring director. Really, any of those titles works. Actually, no. No, those titles do not work whatsoever. I have a question. What is your... How do you view story writers? What are they to you? How do you perceive them? That's what I want to know. But if you don't know how to perceive a story writer, no, that doesn't work. Fuck. This is going all to hell. Let me think. What is... Bah! I fucked it. I'm thinking too much on it. Let me ask you, Matthew. How do you perceive story writers? Like, what do you think they actually do?
As world makers.
That is a good term for them. Crafters and makers of worlds. Honestly, I think that's possibly a very good instance, but I guess most people don't really understand what story writers really are. They just see them many times as people who just write things on paper, put a pen to paper and make words. Or someone who just brings out emotion. Sadly, those are not the case. When it comes down to it, a story writer, to make a great story, to make one that truly creates what you seek, create the world that you seek, you need to put yourself into it. You need to put your soul, your mind, your body, your heart into all of it. It can't just be half-assed. It can't be just this small thing that you try out. You have to put everything into it. If you don't, it's just empty words. It's failure. When I started writing stories, I just sort of did it on a whim. I created this small little story and I've told it, and now I have it just written down. After that, I just created more stories. They're all very short ones, but they were still my creations, carrying a small poetic side to them, but also a an insane, a deeper meaning, I could say. Something like that. I botched this very badly, honestly. This was not how it was supposed to go for me. I guess what I'm trying to say
You're
is...
doing great.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that... Hell, fuck it. As I've already said my name once, I'll say it again. Hello, my name is Xeven Halliday. I'm a story writer. I'm what you would call that. But being a story writer, there's more to it than just putting lines on a paper or trying to bring out an emotion from someone. That is, in part, not at all what we are. We are more than that. We're not just people who create create words on a paper, or move a person within a film. No. We create ourselves in them. We are ourselves. They are us. I'm forcing it. Breathe. Breathe. Alexa, playing Shane Koijan.
Shuffling songs by Shane Koijan from your library.
We never promised each other. Well, we just kind of touch and go. As if we knew we'd know about that somehow we'd go differently, so we did and we do. And none of us say that it wasn't worth going through or that I care any less about you. Shoulders told me not a heart about
I
times I've broken my own neck just so I have my own cry.
honestly, story writer is a wrong word. The wrong word for any of this. It's not. I'm no story writer. I'm no director. I'm no filmmaker. No, nothing like that. I am what. Well, I'm what Matthew said. I'm a world maker. I create worlds on my own with my mind, and then I use paper as a means of showing the people the world that I created, the one I put myself into. For many, for many story writers, we put ourselves into these stories so much so that these stories can change us as much as a military veteran on the battlefield could. We honestly, for me, I've suffered. There were times when I wanted to slaughter every human in my sight. There were times where I couldn't care less about them. But there were also times I cared about them and wanted to save them. I just and through all that, my stories was what gave me those names, give me many faces. It's what led me to become Xeven. It's what led me to become what I am. Without this realms of stories, I've always loved. I always loved watching them unfold. I always loved reading them. I always loved writing them. They are an entirely different reality. They're a beauty, something you could only see in a dream, something you could only make up within the mind. It's sad, really. I'm stuck in my mind, and yet I never seek to leave. But in truth, stories have more bearing on reality than anything. I have me, Xeven, not the one speaking, but Xeven himself. We're one and the same. And Xeven has lasted billions of years longer than I have. He has seen horrors that no one could ever imagine. He has caused horrors that no one could ever hope to achieve, and he regrets it. He chooses, but he became a story writer. We became a story writer. We chose to become what we are because we want to show the world that our weakness, and through our weakness, show the world that our weakness grants us strength, and our weakness can help you gain your strength that you've lost. We don't bring emotion out. We don't show anything fake. We don't fake it. When we put ourselves in the story, when we create a story, it creates us. Every story forges us as we forge it. Like a child who's seen death, we become our minds grow, our minds change. We don't stay as what we were at the end of that story. We become something else. We become bigger than ourselves. I was once told that I'm wise beyond my years, and in a sense that's probably true, but in truth, I'm lost. I am far younger than I should be. My soul, young. My mind, still moldable. I am not some, but yet when all's said and done, my stories have granted my mind age when my body has not. There is something, the difference between reality and stories is that one can help you grow. One you can always grow in. The other is just there to help you. That's what a story writer is. We don't wish to become something we're not. We don't wish to be what they hate, nor do we want others to suffer. I said it twice, I'll say it one more time. I'm Xeven Halliday. I've faced I've seen many things. I've imagined many things, and things I've imagined have affected me far more than anything I've ever seen in reality. Stories have crafted me into what I am today, and I wish to use stories to craft others.
I've more or less learned, the less is more lesson.
Thank you
And the moral of that story
for listening.
is that second guessing